What's up, guys? What's happening? What's going on? Welcome to my first ever subathon. I'm super excited. I never get to do the fun things that other VTubers and stuff get to. So, um, we're taking the advantage while we've got it. We're gonna do a week-long subathon. It's gonna be super dope, and we're gonna start it with some Power Washer Simulator. And as you can see, I have the counter up there, and I have my hands working today. Well, kind of. They think my microphone is one. Don't have three hands. But as you can see, if I can get my microphone to stop registering as a hand, up there is the counter. And I'm counting one for yesterday because Jex, I thought it started yesterday. So we already have one. Fox, you're here at the beginning. Yes. Also, Kat, hello. Thank you so much for being, not just being here, but excited to lurk. Really appreciate that. And Fox, R is not entirely incorrect. They call it a tripod. What's up, Scarlet? Let me get the game on the screen here so that we can just have something to look at, because basically the whole point of me doing the power washing is to give you guys something to look at while we chat, and to give me something to do while we chat. Because this is primarily for, I'm starting this, I'm going to do, every day I'm going to do something kind of just chatty early in the day so that people at work can tune in and not feel like they're missing anything. Because there's people who like to put me on audio only if I go earlier in the day, because, you know, obviously they're at work and what have you. So we're going to do that, and then later on in the evening, we'll switch to more gamey content. So for that. Super excited. Kat, I'm going to DM you later. I want you to answer me in the DMs about it has to do with the subathon and your involvement, so be on the lookout for that. But for right now, let us do this. Why are you tripoding? Don't worry about it, Scarlet. It's fine. There's no reason to worry about that. It's you know, cameras and stuff. Let's start this. Oh my god. Oh god. Oh god, dear god. Hold on. Wait a minute. I need to hold on. I forgot I had that on. 1 second. Fox, thank you so much for contributing to all of that. I really appreciate it. Let's see. That puts you down for 5. So we have 6 subs currently. Awesome. And Fox, you have 5, which is important because there are hidden goals that I haven't told anyone about. And a lot of the hidden goals involve individuals and their contributions. So if you hit a hidden goal, you know, you as an individual get a special surprise. I have to keep track of who has gifted what, on top of the total amount to gifted, which I will do, because I doubt we will have so many that will become impossible. I'm not popular enough for that to be not feasible. If I had like hundreds of people donating all the time, yeah, I probably wouldn't do that. Or maybe I'd have a mod team to help me with that. But this is totally manageable for us. Ooh, let me just say, after all that party noise, a sudden whack made me spit out my water, right? I was absolutely not prepared. I did turn off the anvil, because for gift for subs because oh that would get probably annoying. I don't know if I should turn off party or not. I feel like party is fun. You guys let me know if it gets annoying. Um, and I will turn it off. The whack at the end really made it special. It really did. Good timing. Uh, good timing on the whack. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you so much for lurking, and all of that jazz. Let me know about the volume as always. Um, and I guess we'll go back to I promised you guys I would continue power washing sim, and so we're gonna pick up where we left off on that. And like I said, stay tuned later tonight for some more gamey game. Some gamey game. We're gonna probably do a variety of things, but we will definitely do demos. And people are big fans of when I do demos. And if you don't know what I mean, it's where we go on it's like what Markiplier and all them do for their like 3 scary games and that kind of thing. They go on itch.io and they find some usually horror games that are free, that are indie, and they just pick something that sounds good and they play it. And I've been doing that once a month and people love it. So we're going to add it to the subathon. We're going to add it to the subathon. It's basically, I'm adding everything that anyone has told me that they liked to the subathon to make this a week-long special event. Because week-long special events are super cool. And when I get a job, probably won't be able to do that. So this will... Price Trick Daddy game this week. That is on the list. That is on the list, as well as it's an evolving list. It's an evolving list, but I've got stuff like Back for Blood. I've got stuff like Tower of Fantasy, which if you don't know is a Genshin knockoff that I like better than Genshin. We're gonna play some Valorant, even though I'm not the biggest fan of that game. Gonna do some Green Hell, trying to survive in the hellishness of the green. We're gonna do Fall Guys. We're gonna do games with friends. I'm hoping to hook some people in for some various things based on their likes. Yeah, we got all kinds of stuff planned. Got all manner of things. Game demos. I'm probably going to do that for more than one day. Just because it doesn't take long. And it's fun. So, we'll probably do that more than once. Depending on if you guys hit the goals, there's other things that I have to add. Such as playing games with viewers and playing OG Dark Souls and stuff like that. Which reminds me, I should probably have... Well, I don't want to have the goals up on screen. Probably have something. The goals want to take up the whole screen. What do you guys think? Do I need to have the goal thing on screen? So much to do. There is so much to do. This is your job now? Absolutely. That's the idea. It's my job for at least a week. Maybe the goals that are coming up. Good idea. Good idea. Like 5 at a time or something like that. Yeah. Let me put something on here. Upcoming goals. I'm gonna obviously change the font size. try to tweet. Is luckily you guys probably aren't gonna make me have to do this often. How do we get this down? Oh, that's too small. That's way too small. Anything between 48 and 72? No, there's not. That's okay. I should probably do the requirements, yeah? I'll do the requirements as well. We'll do... There we go. Good thing I'm only doing 5. And then we'll put that somewhere. Where are we putting that? Probably change the font as well. Where do I put this? Where do I put this? I also need to change the color because there's no way. Can I change the color? I don't think I can. Well, you know, you guys can read that probably. You know? Perfect. Thank you. All right. Ooh. Scarlet, thank you so much for the cat ear redeem. Why is it not cat earring? Hold on. Sometimes I have to do it twice. Don't ask. It probably has to do with how I added the ears in Unity. Don't worry about it. Which is another goal. I should probably go through some of the goals. So for those of you that don't know, we have hidden goals, which I'm not going to talk about. But then we have read a story. We have chat writes a tweet. We have every 5 subs, a life story or a survival tip, depending on what you want. We have Texas talking for an hour. We have IRL finger painting, which I will do when it happens. I'll just stop everything and set that up. Play a game with a controller of chat's choice, because I hate controller. Everyone who knows me knows that. Add a retro blade model claim. So I will add a claim so you guys can revert me back to Gen 1 of my model. The OG. A scary game of chat's choice. I put Amnesia, question mark, because I've never played Amnesia, and I know it's a super popular and classic scary game. But it is chat's choice of what scary game I play. There's also play OG Dark Souls. So I own the original Dark Souls, but I quit within the first 10 minutes of playing it, like back in 2013 when it came out. So you guys can make me play it, which is why it says please snow on it. Games with viewers for a day. That'll be a separate day. We'll set up a day where I just play games with viewers. Merch giveaway, where we do a raffle, or maybe multiple raffles, I haven't decided, on giving away some of my brand new merch. There's a DJ stream, because people have been wanting me to do that. So if you guys get up there, I will dedicate an entire stream. I will go and I will finish the set list. I will practice the set, and I will DJ it live on stream. DMCA can go fuck itself. There's also speedrun a game, which chat's choice again. You guys pick a game, and I attempt to speedrun it. And the idea there is that I get a reasonable speedrun time. Obviously, not going for any world records here, but like your average Joe's speedrun time on whatever game that is. Or if there's no game, maybe we set our own. If there's no record, maybe we set our own record because maybe a game people don't speed run. Again, it's chat's choice. Facecam stream, where I dedicate an entire stream to. I don't use my model. It's just Facecam the whole stream. Steam gift card raffle, where we raffle off, probably a couple of Steam gift cards for people. Beat a game of chat's choice. So you guys get to choose a game, and I have to beat it. I have to beat the game, regardless of how hard it is or how long it is. I have to beat it, which is why it's really high on the list, because you guys could pick a long game or a really hard game. There's also Start the Rhetorical Blade SMP Minecraft server. So if you guys reach that, I will put up a vanilla Minecraft server that anyone can join, no mod pack required, and we'll start our Blade SMP. There's also Put on the maid outfit and post it everywhere. I will buy the maid outfit. I will put it on. I'll take a bunch of pictures and I will post it all over social media, including my Discord. There's new cosplay voted on. So if you guys get up that high, you guys get to pick the cosplay that I do. And then I will get the things necessary to do that cosplay. And then we will have photos taken of it. For that, I will probably have Raven take the photos because I am not the best at taking photos. And then I will post those everywhere as well. And where is it? New series game. So that's another one. That's high. That's even higher on the list because you guys can pick a game that I have to start a series on, and it could be a long game like Red Dead Redemption 2 or something, and I have to do an entire series on it. There's also candle making stream, because for those of you that don't know, I make candles, or I can make candles. So I will show you guys the process and make candles on stream, and you guys can watch from start to finish. And probably even have some input because I'll make it fun for chat, so you guys can have some input on that. Homemade knife raffle. I am also a knife maker. My knives are a lot of work because I'm a perfectionist, so it's really high on the list. Because my knives, I priced the last person I quoted, it was $200. So my knives are expensive, and they take a lot of work and time. But if you guys get up that high, we will raffle off a homemade knife. Then there's VR Chat Meetup stream, where we have an entire stream dedicated to me meeting you guys in VR chat, which if you don't know, VR chat doesn't need VR. You play it on mouse and keyboard. I think you might even be able to use controller. I don't know. But yeah, so we can all meet up somewhere and hang out and do stuff in VR chat. It's just like a virtual meetup thing. So if you guys get up that high, we'll do that. And then if for some odd, bizarre reason we go beyond there, we'll just talk about it. Because I don't think we're going to get that high. I just don't see that happening. And typical rules are subs are 10 minutes. Tier 2 is 15 minutes. Tier 3 is 20 minutes. Bits are same as subs. And I'm going to count donos as well. If you guys donate via my donate links, I will count that same as subs. And then obviously I have to sleep, so we will resume it after sleeping. That is currently how that is going to work. And like I said, there's hidden goals that I'm not telling you about, and you will just have to find out. Such good goals. I spent a lot of time thinking on goals. Making candles on stream? Absolutely, Jex. I will teach you guys not only how to make candles, but I'll let you have input on the candles that are made. I've made all kinds of candles. I've made candles with glitter in them. Wouldn't recommend. It gets fucking everywhere. I made a unicorn candle for a family member of mine one time for their birthday because they love unicorns. And it was like this galaxy. I went for a galaxy. So if you guys know about galaxy art and galaxy artwork, how it's got that kind of, that purple bluish color scheme to it, and it's got sparkly bits and things all up in it. That is I made a unicorn candle, and so that's what I put this thing in. Dolphin! Dolphin, hi. What is up? How are you doing? Thank you so much for donating. For subbing. Thank you so much. Because at least a tier 1 sub. Thank you so much, Dolphin. I really appreciate it. And I also have to thank you again for putting me on your suggested list, because I actually had a couple of people drop by because you did that. And that means the world to me. I don't know what I did to deserve being put on there, but I am very grateful. So thank you. For those of you that don't know, Dolphin is an amazing streamer, and you should definitely check him out. And I am going to give him a quick little shout out, whether he likes it or not, so that you guys who don't currently follow him can go do so.
I just want to see Jared go ham. Look at him go. He's going crazy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Dolphin, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, yo is right.
I guess he is a psycho.
Okay, well. Dolphin, again, thank you so much for the... God damn it. Lenny, thank you. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You guys are already hitting goals, and it hasn't even started yet. Thank you so much, both of you, Dolphin and Lenny. Holy crap. We're already at... These goals may be closer than I think they might be. I honestly didn't think we would get there already. We are already at me reading you a story. So we can either do that now, or I can do that later. That is up to you guys. Do you want me to read the story now? And I will go and I will get a story and I will read it to you. Or I can save it for later. It's up to you. Also, you have to compose a tweet. Because you guys hit that one as well already. So, you guys have to collectively decide. And I'll kind of be a moderator on that. You guys have to decide what I'm tweeting. Story. Fox, thank you so much for the 300 bits. You guys are insane. So, do you want the story now? That's at least one pretty hefty vote for story. Now. And we should probably compose the tweet first, because that's easier. So, you guys need to compose a tweet.
The end is never the end.
Already? I know! It's insane. If we had the story at a later time, does that mean it would be during another stream? It could be either later in this stream or later in another stream this week, but it will definitely be during the subathon. So it's kind of up to you guys when you want me to read that story. We gotta compose a tweet. What do you guys think I should tweet out? What do you want to make me say? I guess I need to move this stuff up. Here we go. We will update our goals since we've already hit 2 of them. You people are absolutely nuts. Yeah, I feel like if it was up to me, which it's not, I feel like later would be better for most people because most people are either at work, probably about to go get food. You know, they have things that they generally do around this hour. I didn't expect the subs to come in till later.
The voice for the butties is so damn funny I had to do this again.
Do you like it, Fox? Thank you so much for the 100 bits. I am keeping tabs, by the way. We've got you at 400 bits for the hidden goals. For those of you who weren't here, we do have hidden goals that are user specific. So if you hit a milestone personally, you could win something. Story later. So we've got 2 votes for story later. Think you should tweet about how awesome you are and how much chat loves you. Well, there has to be at least some kind of consensus. So multiple people have to agree on what I tweet. Because you guys, as a group, hit the goal, which means as a group, you have to decide. I will put us... Man, I didn't think we'd already be at 16. You guys are nuts. Thank you so much. What is this? You agree with Ara? Okay. Do we get to know how many bit... If I knew it... If I told you what it took to get to the hidden goals, Jex, then it would defeat the purpose. You're not allowed to know what it is or what it takes to get there. That's half the fun of hidden goals. Okay, we've got 3 people. Okay, and Dolphin agrees as well. Okay. All right, so apparently I have to tweet about how awesome I am. Do you guys want to compose that for me, or do you want me to compose it myself? Damn it, Blade. Jex, that's the point of hidden goals. You guys have a list of goals that you can go for that are stated. But the hidden goals, they're hidden. Can't know what they are or how to get there. It's like a secret in a video game. I cannot believe that we're already doing this. I thought I would stream for at least 2 hours before anybody even showed up, number one. And then I thought we wouldn't start getting donos till later. Ah, here we go. Oh, level 3 hype train? You guys completed a level 3 hype train already. What are you doing? What is going on? You guys get the cool hype train emotes now too, by the way. In case you didn't know. Alright, so I need to go ahead and add some more of these to the list. Like IRL finger painting at 30. And chat's choice of game with a controller, which I'm going to absolutely hate. But here we go. Okay, multiple people like foxes. Okay. Okay, if there's no disagreements and no better ideas within the next 10 seconds, I will post foxes on my Twitter. And I will consider that claim done. I've already got like I've already got 4 separate people that I have numbers written down for. That is insane. Oh, you guys get to see, because my hands are on today, how much I talk with my hands. Except that my microphone keeps getting in the way. I need to move my hands. Hold on. I talk a lot with my hands, for those that don't know. Apparently a lot of people already like it. All right, well, time is up. There are no further changes that anyone wishes to make, so I will tweet it. And we're going to take this. Going to put this here. And here we go. Boom. It is tweeted. It is officially tweeted. You guys are insane that we have been going for only 45 minutes and only 20 minutes of that has been actually live, and we've already hit 2 goals. I will need to read a story later. And we've already done this. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the new. There we go. We've got the new stuff live. Perfect. All right. Back to power washing. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. The next one, so the way the next one works, I don't think I ever elaborated, is when you hit 20, every 5 subs after that, I mean, I'll do it then, but then every 5 subs after that as well, I will give either a life story or a survival tip, depending on what chat wants. Because I have a lot. I have done a lot of things. I have been many places. I have people always ask me, Blade, why do you know so much random stuff? It's like, because I've been places and I've done things. There was almost no, when I was growing up, there was almost no summer that I was actually home. It was always somewhere else doing something fun and or dangerous. So I got a lot of stories. Master of Tales. I can be, because like I said, I've done a great many things. I mentioned to people, you know, that like, you know, random stuff like we talked about, like how I make candles and make knives. I make stuff, and I'm trained wilderness medic, you know. I mentioned that the other day in somebody's stream, and they were like, really? I was like, yeah, both by the Red Cross and by the BSA. Just random stuff, because stuff interests me. I like things. I like learning about things. I like learning about how stuff is done, how stuff works, you know, how best to do things. I like learning about that stuff. So any chance I got, I did. I was also trained as a lifeguard at one point. Bro knows everything. I don't know everything. You want me on your zombie apocalypse team? Absolutely. Dude, I just know so many things. Like, yeah, speaking of such things, I've been paramilitary trained as well. I was a choir boy. I've done so many random fucking things in my life. There was a time I was an avid backpacker. Really enjoyed that. I actually still like that stuff. But I just don't get a lot of opportunity to go backpacking. but it's very fun. Also, I also did autocross at one point, which if you don't know what that is, it's the car version of motocross. Which is the motorcycle. Like think think BMX, but like with dirt bikes. And then add cars to that situation. I also have done all my own car repair for most of my life. So I can add like mechanic to that list. So many things. I've just always wanted to learn how to do everything. It stems from I want to learn how to do everything myself. That's what it stems from. I like doing everything myself, and so if I learn how to do it myself, I can. Right? Otherwise, I got to rely on other people to do stuff for me, and I would rather do most things myself. Ah. So very dirty. There we go. I've got my maw energy here, so we're good. On the energy front. Yeah, I've done so many things I've forgot half the stuff I've done. I've also done quite a bit of construction. I've built quite a few things. Bridges and wheelchair ramps and houses. Various things. Now I'm going to go ahead and add wrangled chickens to that list, because if you've ever tried to catch a chicken, oh buddy, it is catching. You would think catching chickens would be easy. It is surprisingly difficult. They are fast fuckers, and they don't want to be caught. Turkeys are just as bad. I mean, they're in the ground fowl family, so I feel like most ground fowl are like that. I wouldn't want to try and catch a guinea either. Any ground-based bird is just a pain in the fucking ass to try to catch. And roosters are a-holes. I like how Fox is just like, wait, what? Yeah, you heard me right, Fox. You heard all of it right. Wrangling chickens is not something I would recommend you volunteer to do. We just need to get enough of this that it gives it to me. I think there's too much. Is there stuff on the underside? Oh, chicken wrangler. Putting that on a resume. I mean, if you were good at it and you were applying for a job like in the farming industry or something, that could be worth it. Because there are free-range chicken farms that need people like that. But yeah, not something that I am keen on getting particularly good at. What is wrong with this bench? Listen, bench. Why do you hate me? They didn't think about quality of life when they built this bench. Like, there's getting the last little bit on these bench pieces is awful. Absolutely awful. The benches are dicks in the subway. Yes, I know. That's why I'm like, they didn't think about it. It's because it's the cushions on the seat that are the problem. They didn't think about it when they built it, that all the little crevices count when you cover them with dirt. And it's a pain in the ass. Or they did think about it and they're just assholes. I don't know which. One of those two. And there we go. Boom. The benches, not a fan. Least favorite part of the subway. I love the floor in here. Because the floor is so fun and satisfying to clean, but these benches can go to hell. I cannot believe you guys already are at 16 subs. You guys are insane. And I can't believe Dolphin's probably busy right now. I mean, you're all probably busy right now, but Dolphin popped in. That means the world to me. Fox, are you at work right now? I don't know who all's at work and who's not, but I know you have weird working hours. So you could very well be at work too. Pretty sure Lenny's at work. I don't know. Lenny, because they made you work like 90 hours this week, do you get a break? Or are you working today too? You think the tracks are your least favorite part of the subway? Oh no. Oh, Jex, don't tell me that. I haven't even got to the tracks yet. You're not? You're off Tuesday? Hell yeah. Now that is what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. So is this the best day to try to wrangle you? Oh, Lenny, did you wait? I think you were there. No, you were there. Never mind. I was going to tell you I got diamond in Splitgate, but according to my very terrible memory, pretty sure you were there already, and you went woo diamond. I think. Pretty sure. Pretty sure those were your exact words. But I have an awful memory, so I apologize if I am incorrect. Yeah. That's why I normally stream on Tuesday. Oh, that makes sense. That makes so much sense. I never put 2 and 3 together. Whoop. Lenny, do you have... I'm just curious, do you have Back for Blood? Yeah, you do. God, my memory's so bad. I'm pretty sure you do. I might have even played it with you, but my memory is so awful. I like play games with people, and then I'm like, do you have this game? And they're like, I played it with you. And I'm like, oh, right. We probably played it on launch. Yeah. See, that's exactly what I'm saying. We literally played it, and I'm over here like, do you have Back for Blood? My memory has gotten so bad. Rubbing your two brain cells together to make fire? Yes. That's absolutely what's happening. I feel like there's many, many good things that came from quitting drinking. But one of the bad things that happened was my ADD got worse because the alcohol wasn't like dulling my brain. And so because the ADD got worse, my memory got worse. I'll take that trade though, honestly. It's just one thing I have to deal with. My ADD's gotten so bad recently. People are like, what is wrong with you lately? And I'm like, my ADD came back. That's what's wrong with me. I always had it, but the alcohol dulled it quite a bit. Just because it dulled my brain functioning, and my brain's normal functionality is ADHD, so... Been funny if you were playing with Lenny when you got Diamond. That would have been... I would not have put it past me to have gotten Diamond with Lenny and then asked him later if he was there. Honestly. I would do that. I would. God, these benches suck. I'm trying to do them first because they're awful. Well then, Lenny, I wonder if you might be interested later in the Back for Bloods. Feel free to be busy, but I'm putting it out there. Oh. Ah, it's these parts. Oh my god, I figured out the secret to the benches. Play if you're not doing anything? Perfect. Tentative yes. I will take tentative yes. Ah. So you have Back for Blood, Lenny, but do you have the new content? That's the question. Do you have the Children of the Worm? You don't have to have it, because if I host it, which I will, you can play the new content. I'm just curious if you already played the new content, or if this will be a new experience for you. As Father Daniel, he's where it's at. Ara knows. Ara knows about Father Daniel. We could get a team together. Hold on. Ara, if you're not busy later, would you like to join as well? Because I'm thinking you, Lenny, and Kat would be a great combo. You know what I'm saying? Might just have a big old team. We don't have to have any randoms if we do that. And I know all... Father Daniel perhaps hanging out with the homies at the moment. Yeah, this will be later. It'll be later. Another tentative maybe. Perfect. You've not played the new stuff, but you think you get it from Game Pass? Yeah, I don't know how DLC works with Game Pass. Honestly. I do not know how that works. Uh... Fuck yeah. I need to use the restroom. So what I may do, go do that right now. Save any action for when I get back. I'll be right back. Okay. And I am Blake. Did you guys save all the action? You did?
No.
Dun, 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 dun. Okay. All right. Hey, yo, muted, but here. Hello. I waved because Ro is muted, but hello. The random nut. Listen. Listen. Don't worry about the nut. Don't worry about nutting. Wait.
Nut.
Hold on. Why is there so much nut? Why is it on me? Listen, don't worry about it, boss. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Questions I hate hearing? Exactly, exactly. Exactly. Just don't question it, and then the questions don't exist. That's how that works. I need to add, there's a couple of things I need to add to the throwables. One of which is the puffer fish. The one that Dolphin has as a claim on his stream, but there's a throwable one that I can add. And it makes the same sound effect. And I want it. I need to add it. I just have to actually do it. And I'm awful about actually doing things. Which is one reason why the subathon goals are a lot of the things that people want me to do. Because I'm awful about actually making stuff happen. Part of my ADHD. I have a lot of great ideas, but I'm terrible at the execution thing. You know? I'm not the best at it. Same, yes. Yes. Fox understands me. Fox understands and probably even empathizes. Also, let me know how not just the volume of both the game and me are, but also the quality. Because I set up some sound, I set up a little sound treatment to reduce the echo. Because I've had an echo for a long time. And so I set up some stuff to try to help with the echo and the roomy sound. It should sound a bit more isolated now. Sounds okay to me? What's your stream timer currently up to? It is currently... We are at 16 subs, and they were all tier 1. So if we do this, and we do a little bit of this, we're at 160 minutes. And this is, of course, in addition to the ordinary time. We have 160 bonus minutes because you guys are insane. Another 2.5 hours. That's a full-length feature film. Sounds good, nice and crisp? Hell yeah. Yeah, because, like, within the first 20 minutes of me starting this thing up, we had insane people coming in here and just gifting subs. Like the crazy people that they are. But it's okay, because I love them. They're my crazy people. We've already hit 2 goals. I had to basically gush about myself on Twitter because that made me do it. When's the next movie night? Oh, that's a good question. That's a good question. We could do it. We could do it. We could do it as part. Well. Ooh, wait. Can I do that? I've never ever tried the watch party function on Twitch. I kind of want to, but also, as I understand it, some content requires that the viewer have Prime. And I don't, you know, I've got people from different countries. I don't know. Plus, not everyone has Prime. So it's like, I don't know. I want to try it one day. But it's just so much easier to have everyone go in Discord and stream whatever the hell I want, you know? But it would be so cool to be able to do a watch party on stream, on Twitch. I just don't know how it works. And I'm worried it wouldn't work out for enough people, you know? Amazon Watch Party, yeet! Exactly. Like, I want to do it, but I'm worried it wouldn't work out for enough people. But I'll never know until I try it. So maybe we ought to try it sometime soon. Discord is always just so easy. You just hit the button and people join in and Bob's your uncle, you're done. Like, that's it. There's no worried about licensing or whether or not you're gonna get, you know, any kind of any issues. The most issues you have are just quality, like frame rate. That's it. That's like the most issues you have. But my issue with doing it in Discord is always people knowing that it's happening. I try and let everyone know a bunch of times, but still some people don't realize that it happened. That's been my struggle with Discord movie night. It's just people being aware that it's going on. Doesn't hurt to try. It doesn't. And I'm gonna have to at some point because I really want to try it. Want to see if it'll work out, because if it works out, we could do it more often. Oh, hi, Raven. Almost got all my stuff set up here and off of work for the day. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Hopefully you're having a good time. I've got my Ma energy and my food here. My snacks. We're just washing with power. The subway. I feel like maybe it's just, oh, because it's graffiti. I'm like, I feel like this heavy duty power washer is not doing enough, but it's because it's graffiti. I forgot graffiti's supposed to be difficult to take off. It just isn't very with this power washer. Bum ba dum bum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum. I don't know why when I play Power Washer, I revert to the Indiana Jones theme song. Last time I played this exact level, I did the same thing. And you guys pointed it out. And I was like, you're right, I do. I don't know why. I just do. It's just a thing. This is just a game to relax and chat. Exactly. And that's pretty much all that that's pretty much all that happens when I play it. And that's the primary reason I play it, is just I don't just chat with you guys and chill, you know? And this is a great thing. This is great content for, like I said, people being at work, listening with audio only. Because you're not missing anything, really. I mean, sure, you're missing watching me clean this. But you can hear everything that really goes on, because most of what we're doing is talking. People throwing shit at me. Why is the knife in my head sideways? Squeaky, are you trying to get the sensu bean? Is that what you're trying to get? Because I know how you feel about the sensu bean. No, not a wet banana. That's the opposite of what we want. That's the opposite of what we... Whack. I do love, it's a me. You really want it to be it's a me. You really want it to be it's a me. Chris Pratt simulator. Oh. I will never not make Mario Chris Pratt jokes ever since I learned that he was gonna voice Mario. I'm just like, I now have to make a joke. It's too much of a meme to not joke about it.
Nut.
Nut. You're just going through them all, aren't you? Oh, Scarlett's helping. Okay. I see. You guys are just throwing stuff at me. Like crazy.
The end is never the end.
Squeaky. The end is never the end. Oh, and just so you guys are aware, we're not gonna end the stream at all during the subathon, because one, that would mess up my sub counter.
The end is never the end.
But two, we're gonna do the fancy fun thing where I switch it over to the I'm just sleeping category, and we leave it on with some music playing. I have an AFK screen. You guys can sit in chat while I do of the slepenings. I will probably put it on emote only mode while that happens, just because I don't want like a hate raid or something to happen while I'm asleep. So it will probably be in emote only mode while I sleep. It will be live. Whack, man, I'm just getting so much stuff thrown at me. Sensu bean, yeah, it's literally the clip, and it's literally the clip from Dragon Ball Z where Krillin yells Sensu bean and throws it. Oh my god. But Aura really wants it to be It's a Me. And to be fair, initially I thought it was It's a Me. But then I heard it, and I've seen enough Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Abridged to recognize Krillin yelling Sensu Bean. Unfortunately, because I really wanted it to be It's a Me. Oh, Abridged is the fucking best. I know. It's so funny. I fucking love that. I love Abridged so much. It's so funny. It's it's because I grew up watching Dragon Ball, right? Like, so in elementary school, it was on television, and we would all run home to the kids. There was a kid that lived like right outside the school. We would all run over to his house, and he had a TV in his room, and we would go in there, and it was like one of these tiny little box TVs. We would all gather around it, and we would watch that week's episode of Dragon Ball Z. And it was so fun. So I grew up watching Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched Abridged and in college, and that was so funny. Oh my god, that was so funny. And the voices, like, I like the voices better for Abridged than the actual series. Team 4-Star did such a good job on that. That's a core memory. It is. It is. DBZ and Hellsinger Bridge. Yes, and Hellsinger Bridge is so good too. They used, back when they used to release, was it, I think they did one episode every Halloween. I looked forward to it every year. So good. Need to see the new movie? I need to see the new movie. I need to watch the new Dragon Ball stuff, but it's kind of like One Piece in that it is so obscenely long and drawn out that watching it becomes a daunting task. The movie wouldn't be so bad because it's a one-shot movie, right? But watching, because I want to watch Super, but that's a commitment. I've heard people like Dragon Ball Super. I haven't seen it. It is a commitment. Abridged Vegeta is the best thing. It really is. Abridged Vegeta is more Vegeta than actual Vegeta. Like, it just embodies I feel like Abridged embodied the characters and their personalities so much better than the original series. It's like so much, it's almost not a joke how much better it is in that regard. Oh fuck, that's an anti-tank rifle. Oh fuck, that's an anti... Exactly. I love in Hellsinger Bridge, which is like, bitches love cannons. Oh, this is one of my favorite lines. Bitches love cannons. You liked Super? See, everyone I know, like, who saw it liked Super. And Woody is a big, like, OG Dragon Ball fan, and he likes Super. So it's pretty high recommendation for me to watch it. You've seen all of it but the old style movies? Ah. So Cat's also big fan. Bitches love canon. I know, it's such a good line. And love that so much. Hit me, I'm bitches. Returns from eating food. Welcome back, Jax. You're iffy with it, but you're biased. You liked older DBZ. Yeah, there's always gonna be that, which is absolutely a fair take, and that may be my opinion once I watch it, because I tend to prefer the older versions of things across the board. But you know, I have to at least try it. Where? Trying to get my mouse so I can get rid of this stupid pop-up. There we go. So I have to at least try it, you know. But across the board, my preference on any existing series is usually the older one. Thank you for the follow, Bama Doo Doo. You have a nickname, let me know. I appreciate it. Thank you for the follow and welcome in. What are we talking about? All kinds of things. We were talking about Dragon Ball Z Super and how I hadn't seen it yet, but multiple people have told me it was good, and so I need to at least try it. And then Fox said they preferred the older ones, and then I went off on how I tend to prefer the older versions of existing franchises as well, just across the board. And that is what we were talking about. And before that, we were talking about Dragon Ball Z Abridged and Hellsing Abridged, the series created by Team 4-Star, which was hilarious and actually very well done. Because that was during a time when a lot of people were doing voiceovers and abridging things for comedy purposes, but Team 4-Star did it in such a manner that it was like a quality series of its own. More than just like a YouTube gag, you know? It was like actually legit production quality. Which is really what set them apart. How they got so famous. Which is how Takahata got so famous. And he's now a big VTuber. Because like kind of the brains and half the voices behind it was done by Takahata 101, as he was known back in the day, which is why it's so funny that he as a VTuber, he runs like a bar and he brings people in and they chat and stuff and they do skits and things, but his bar is called the Weary 101, which is like a nod to his original screen name. I find very funny. As a fan. Ooh, this subway is huge. Has anybody ever realized just how big a subway is? Thing is huge. I don't even know where to continue. I just keep doing different pieces of it. You know? Absolutely massive. Another core memory, like what got us off onto that topic, Jax, was I was talking about how used to run home from school every day to a nearby friend's house and watch Dragon Ball as it aired on TV, and how that was a core memory. And another core memory was watching Power Rangers on TV and being up to date on the latest episodes, because when you went to school the next day, everyone was talking about it, and if you were going to be in on the conversation and with the cool and with the cool kids or whatever, you had to be up on the latest Power Ranger lore, what had happened, the latest episode. That's another core memory. Go Power Ranger. Which is why I especially love on the official Power Rangers YouTube channel, there is the spoof version called the Meower Rangers, and it's cats. And I've posted it in Discord a couple of times, but it's on the official Power Rangers channel. I don't remember how many episodes they have, but it's like, it's so funny. It's so funny. Go, go, Meower Rangers. It's Meorphin time. We might have to watch that at some point. On stream and just say fuck it if it gets that part of the stream muted. It's so funny. It's Meorphin time. I think part of what made these things so popular when I was in elementary school was that was when they were airing on TV for the first time. Like they were originally airing at that time. So everyone was into it. It's kind of like Pokemon. I was a kid when the very Gen 1 had just come out and the Game Boy Color had just come out and everyone was into it because it was brand new. Pokemon's still popular, but it was like everything when it just came out. Like you couldn't walk into a store without just being assaulted by just display after display of Pokemon assorted whatever. It was Pokemon everything. My parents were like, "What is happening?" I don't think you understand. Are we the same age, Jax? I don't actually know. Little weird then that there was only 2 kids in your school that were into the Power Rangers. Power Rangers was huge. That's why it spawned 15 different series. And I'm not joking. If you go on Wikipedia and you look up all the different Power Ranger series that spun off of the original, there's like 15 of them. And they're all over the place. They're everything from dinosaurs to samurai to space cops to, I mean, time cops to like everything. They spun off so many different series. It was insane. I only ever really intensely watched the original. Oh no. See, I only ever watched the original. By the time the other ones came out, I had already moved on. Mostly because I was usually just I was always on to whatever was next. But I was also very, very much concerned with being in on whatever the new thing for everyone else was. Because I wanted to be in on the trends. And if you can define the 90s by anything, it's trends. Everything in the 90s was about trends. Absolutely everything. Clothes, TV, toys, didn't matter. Whatever it was all about trends. And the trends lasted like no time at all. Sometimes only a few weeks. But you had to be in on them because everyone else was. That's because I'm incredibly old. I'm obscenely ancient. Me and Methuselah, we roomed in college, okay? I helped Moses build his ark. Or no, that was Noah, never mind. I helped Moses part the Red Sea and Noah build his ark. That's it. I got it right this time. Wait, it says somebody... Oh, thank you for... When did that happen? Thank you for the follow, Lena Lee. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Wait, Lena, I recognize you. Aren't you from Dolphins? Channel? Aren't you a dolphin viewer? Welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. Listen, Jax, don't judge me. I almost had it right. It was a very old figure. I figured I would make a reference to a more popular, more well-known ancient figure as opposed to Methuselah, which not everyone knows about. Always judging. No, 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 no. No, and I always tell you, you're not allowed to judge me. Listen, Jax. Even if I'm only like 1 day older than you, still old. Gotta respect your elders. uh. It hasn't stopped. I know. You're over there breaking the rules, Jax. What's up with that? Breaking all the rules. Also, Blade, like, what? What's up, Jax? That's a good one, Ara. That's a good one. I'm just giving Jack shit. Exactly, Jax. Exactly. The twin sister who was born exactly 30 seconds prior. I'm the oldest. Bing. Oh my god, we're almost done with these pillars. I figured the pillars would be the next best thing to do. Because I'm going to do everything kind of methodically. So I'm doing the center aisle here. And then we're going to start on like one side, and then we'll go to the other side, and we'll do it. Exactly, Jax. It's like a scene from a movie. Go, go, Meower Rangers. I'm definitely adding that to the list. Hold on. It's Murphin time. I'm adding Watch the Meower Rangers to the list. At some point, I'm going to make you guys watch the Meower Rangers with me during the subathon. I don't know when or on what day, but when the time is right, going to watch the Meower Rangers. Squeaky! Squeaky, squeaky. Go meow. It's really short. Every episode's super short because it's a spoof. It's just a comedy, funny spoof. So it won't take us long. I think we can watch them all in like 30 minutes or an hour. They're only like 10 or 15 minutes apiece, I think. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. This game would make me feel overwhelmed. This one, well, there's different maps. This one is overwhelming. But there's different ones. They have ones where you just clean a car, or like they have one where you clean a bicycle. They have small stuff. And then they, you know, have a little bit bigger stuff. They've got one where you clean just a backyard, you know. And then they just gets progressively. There's options. Can I go look at them right now? Can. So they've got locations and vehicles. So they've got vehicles, you know, you clean this bicycle or this monster truck or this little motorcycle or dirt bike or these cars, you know. And then they've got a boat. They have airplanes too. They've got all these locations. So like this little bungalow, which is just a one-story house, or this shoe house. The shoe house was deceptive. It looks small and like it would be easy to clean, but it has a lot of crevices and little things to clean that made it a pain in the ass. I feel like the forest cottage was easier. And then they got big stuff, like the Helter Skelter and the temple. But then the washroom wasn't bad. That was just a bathroom. Like a public bathroom that you had to clean. You know, they got all manner of things. I will agree the subway is overwhelming. Subway is a bit much. Cleaning is overwhelming just in general. It's supposed to be therapeutic. A lot of people find it cathartic to just come in here and blast away all the dirt and grime and clean something. It's supposed to be a zen cleaning experience. And it is for me, and most people that I know that have played it say the same thing. You could just kind of zone out for 6 hours and clean something. Because some of the maps do take like 4 to 6 hours depending. Your ADHD would say otherwise. So what I have learned is that there are two types of ADHD people. And that makes sense because like it's a neurodivergency and most neurodivergencies are on a spectrum, right? There's the kind like me that can zone out and hyper focus on like one thing for like a long time and like an absurd amount of time. And then there's the kind that can't ever focus on anything for any length of. And I'm guessing that you are the second one. Because if I'm interested, I can hyper focus until I forget what day it is. You know? If I hate it, I have absolutely no patience for it, and I will not be able to concentrate to save my life. But if I like it, I can hyper focus. I easily play this game for 8 hours and not even realize it. I've done it. I've zoned out for 6 hours on some maps and 8 hours on others. But if I don't like something, I can't focus on it to save my life. Which is why I always struggled in school. Because my brain hates everything about school. So I have to force myself to do stuff and do it in a certain way so that I can actually get it done. It's awful. You can hyper-focus, but cleaning, bounce around too much cleaning, that's fair. That's fair. Not everybody's brain works the same, for sure. That's one thing I can do methodically is clean. I can do that IRL too. If I need to clean a bathroom or something, I can just get a sponge, get some cleaner, sit down and hyper-focus and methodically clean stuff in a pattern. I'm big on patterns. Like when I mow the lawn, I like to mow in a pattern. It gives my brain something to focus on, and it gives order to what is otherwise seen as chaos, and I like it. I actually like that. So what I used to do when I had to mow a big yard, I don't have to mow a big yard anymore, but when I had to mow a big yard, is I would mow designs into it. And then, of course, I'd have to ruin the design to finish mowing. But, you know, I would mow in a particular way that created a design, which was fun. And I do the same thing when I clean. I like to clean in a particular fashion. Your ADHD is the kind that screams do something and then you go do something. It's like, but why are doing things? Oh, that's the roughest part about any neurodivergency. Is like it's never the same for everyone. uh can clean really well, but it causes you severe frustration and anger. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. That's no bueno. But also fair. Tedious things do that to me. Things that I see as tedious. Let me put it that way. So if my brain is weird about what it considers tedious and what it doesn't. If my brain considers something tedious, it will actually physically over time, if I have to make myself do it, make me angry. And the longer I'm forced to do it, the angrier I will get about it, until I can no longer do it. So like, say for example, I'm at work and I used to, before I'm doing my career change, work IT support. And they would have me, one of the things that pissed me off the most was they wanted me to go through, at one point, and check 2,000 firewalls and get their public IP manually and write it down. Mark it down in an Excel spreadsheet, what location had what IP address, and some other tedious information. And oh my god, that made me so mad. And I had to do it in parts over multiple days because it just pissed me off. That's the kind of thing I can't do. Can't hyper focus on it because my brain is like, this is stupid. Why are we doing this? I fucking hate this. You know, it's just, it was awful. That's how I feel about math, which is why math is so hard for me. Math is tedious to me. If you put your mind to it, you can hyper-focus on anything. That's a useful skill, until it becomes a problem. As with all things, that's useful until it becomes something that is hard to turn off. When you're doing it and you don't need to do it, or you forget that today is Tuesday and you started on Monday or something, you know, like. I'm going to eat a little bit of my snack. Certain things like this game tap something in my brain, some base thing that is just like, oh yeah, I like that. Do more of that. It's why I like to play zombie games, because shooting zombies is like just this cathartic thing that I can do for hours on end. I can shoot thousands of zombies and never get bored of it. My brain, it taps something in my brain like, ah, yes, do that again. Do more of that. Do a ton of that. Which is why I really like games like World War Z that let you shoot literally thousands of zombies. Sometimes with like a machine gun, so you're just mowing them down. It's just like the most satisfying thing for some reason. And some people are just like, who don't get it. They're just like, you a psychopath? You enjoy killing thousands of things at once? It's like, no, I don't think you understand. It's kind of like cleaning. It's not that I'm killing thousands of things at once. It's that I'm cleaning something. Zombies are a blight that are to be cleaned. Much like this graffiti on the wall. Exactly, Jack. Exactly. You got it, Jax. You got it down. Exactly. That's probably exactly how they would respond. Because they don't get it, you know? They probably also think that video games cause violence. And even though I don't take any political stances on my channel, there are some that I do. And that is one. Video games, they've been talking about, as somebody who grew up during the time when we were just coming out of, like, there was a big push in the 80s that video games caused violence, and there was another big push in the 90s during the rise of school shootings. And as somebody who grew up during that time and had to deal with all the bullshit, I will always take a stance on that and say, fuck that. Video games do not cause violence. And I'm sorry if you believe they do, but you are not entitled to that opinion. Not a lot of things that I do that with, but I will always do that with that, because there's just only ever caused people harm and hurt kids to push that agenda. There we go. You never heard about the push in the 80s was like kind of the first big one. And then there was another push in the 90s. And back then, and what I mean by push is not just a few people got together and started a movement. I mean like politicians, parents, and the powers that be and the guardians over the kids by and large believed it. To the point that they, made censored video games, censored versions of the games. You weren't allowed, like, a lot of parents wouldn't let their children play any game that had blood in it at all. The only way I was originally allowed to play GoldenEye was with paintball mode turned on, and that was like a compromise between my parents, because Dad wanted to let me play video games, and my mom was terrified because she believed what a lot of other people believed at the time, and that was video games where you shoot people cause violence. And it was like really tough to be able to play the games I enjoyed, because as you guys know, FPS is my favorite genre. So it kind of sucked. My mother wasn't particularly keen that my dad had gotten me Ocarina of Time, because you killed stuff in that game. And I remember the Christmas that I got it. We set it up and we started playing it. And as you know, the first boss, as most people know, the first boss, the giant, I forget her name, the giant spider with the giant eye. You had to stab it in the eye to do damage. And my dad was in the room with me screaming, "Stab it in the eye, stab it in the eye." And my mother was just like, "Really?" It was so funny. Looking back on it, it was hilarious. Yes, Goma, yes. Exactly. Thank you, Jack. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, they did that with all kinds of things. They also banned a bunch of books too for the same reason. They're unbanning some of those books because they're realizing now that it was kind of dumb that they banned the books. So like, books are causing people to do dumb things. It's like, I don't think it's the books. I think it's the mental health you refuse to acknowledge that's the problem, not the books. It comes back to they would rather ban all of the things, movies, books, video games, than deal with mental health. Maybe you should deal with mental health instead of blaming all these inanimate objects. Yeah? No? Okay. Yeah. There's a difference between kids pretend playing with guns, which they've done for since people invented guns. And I mean, before they did it with guns, they did it with swords. So it's not, kids have been pretend playing with weapons since the early dawn of man. Um, the issue is mental health. Do, do, do. I will admit this wall is very satisfying to clean. I really like cleaning the mossy, mildewy stuff. That's one of my favorite things in this game to clean. Comes off really nicely. It grows on like stone surfaces usually, which I'm a big fan of. I like it. Go. Leaning. Leaning. Hmm. Man, this is a lot. I have to say. The subway is the real deal here. Dun 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 dun. Ugh. Ugh. Dude. Hold on one second. Had to fix my chair. There we go. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Oh, dude, this subway is deceptively large, I have to say. Jex, how long did it take you to do the subway? A few hours. I mean, it's a few. Wonder if I should buy the extra long thingy. I'm also using the most powerful washer, but I think I need to buy a need to buy this attachment. There we go. And then use the extra long attachment. There we go. Get the good stuff. Isn't there supposed to be like a triple nozzle attachment in this game? I'm pretty sure there is. But I do not have that. The extra long thing will definitely help. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. It lets me use a wider wooshty-woo, which is my word for the nozzle because I couldn't think of the word nozzle. And it's now officially the wooshty-woo. You're welcome. I want the triple nozzle. Where do I get that? How do I triple nos myself? How do I become trip nos? I don't see it. I need to trip nos. Without it, we're doomed. We can't blast through this stuff without the trip nos. There we go. It unlocks after 170 stars. I only have 150 stars. What the hell is this shit? They're star locking me. They know. They're trying to keep me down. Trying to keep me down by star locking me. How dare. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um. One second. I'll be right back. Okay, and I'm back. Welcome back, me. Thanks, me. I'm so nice to myself. Let's go. Washing with power. I don't know if we're going to finish this map or not before I switch to demos. Because, thank you, Chip. Because there's a lot here. There is a lot here. And you know, whoop. There's just so much. Does this all count as one piece? If this entire, like, rafter thing counts as one piece, then it won't be too bad if I can get it to auto-complete. It's two pieces? How dare this thing be two pieces? How dare? Where does it get off? Why does it have the gall? Of being two separate pieces. Bunch of bullshit, if you ask me. Absolutely 100%. Oh, there we go. It auto-completed one of them. It Ah! Skulls! Thank you for jump scaring me with the sub. Thank you so much for the sub. Skulls, how are you? Skulls, 1. All right, Skulls have got you down for 1 sub. That puts us at 17. So, I'll check that out. That's dope. Puts us at 17 whole sub-aroonies, which is pretty close to the next thing. Pretty darn close. Wait, do I want the next thing to happen? Okay, yeah, the next one's okay. The next one is okay. Some of those, like playing the OG Dark Souls, we don't want that to happen. Hello, my wise friend. Hello, Skulls. How are you? I'm wise? I appreciate it. Thank you so much for calling me wise. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you guys actually manage to make it to the OG Dark Souls, it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be... I haven't played that game since like 2013, and I only played it for like 20 minutes, maybe. It's gonna be rough. Rough-a-roni. I believe we do want that to happen, yes. You were never any good at the Dark Souls. I bought the original. I got the Prepare to Die edition of the original on Steam. And I made it to the first boss. And I couldn't get down the ladder because he kept killing me. I think that's the one. I quit because I kept dying trying to climb down a ladder, and there was no other alternative to getting down to where he was. At least not that I knew or found at the time. So it's gonna be rough. And if I remember right, the combat is clunky. Which is why it is a rather high reward. You guys get there, I will 100% do it. But it's gonna be rough. That's why Jex wants me to do it. Jex wants to watch me suffer. I feel like I put it at an okay goal level. I feel like I put all my goals at an okay level. Because you guys already have 16 on the board. Or 17 on the board now because of skulls. So, getting to 50 shouldn't be too hard. I mean, there have been people who've dropped 10 in here before. So I wanted to make it, like, not so easy that one person could just, like, come in and just, bam, drop, you know, 25 and get me to play Dark Souls. But also very attainable if only, like, maybe a couple people contributed. You know? Tried to make that balance. Alright, I didn't want my goals to be unattainable. Because I've seen some people who their goals are like, you know, 300 for something like that. And I'm like, we're not even going to see 300 here. Okay. I didn't even bother putting that on the list. And it makes total sense to do it right now, because currently Twitch is running September, where they're discounting subs. So it's like, it's the time to do it. Oh shit. Jax! Alright, Jax, I'm putting you down for 2. There you go. Jax, thank you for that sub. To Roa even. Nice, nice. Very nice. Jax is determined to get me to play Dark Souls. Jax, if you're trying to pretend you didn't do anything, there was literally confetti and fanfare. Ah, there you go, Skulls. Yeah, see, that's not too bad. But when I was looking to try to get a feel for what I would price my stuff at, it was like 2 and 300 was like the starting point for a lot of people's goals. I was like, you people are insane. It was like 100 was like goal 1. There was nothing below 100 for quite a few of the examples I looked at. If you just Google Subathon goals and look at the image results, it's like, yeah, some people had thousands. Never did anything, you can't prove it. There was literally confetti. Also, I had to mark you down because I'm keeping track of the amount each people do, so for the hidden goals that we talked about that you're not allowed to know about. Oh yeah, exactly. And And I made it high enough that no one person would be able to realistically do it either. That was the idea. Cat. I've looked at the results as well. I feel like follow-a-thon would be fun. Oh, follow-a-thon would be fun too, yeah. Follow-a-thon. Very interesting. That could be fun as well. That is perfectly okay, Cat. No one is asking anyone to contribute anything. It is just there for if people want to. If we get high enough to start doing raffles, then even the people who don't have anything to contribute may still win something. You never know. There are raffle goals for both merch and Steam gift cards. I was thinking about raffling some Ma Energy, but then I thought it was redundant. Because you get the first, you get free tub. You get a free tub. Like, it, you know? So I was like, most people, if they want it, they can get a free tub anyway, so it's like, I didn't think it was necessary to raffle off anything like that. Same with Rogue. Rogue Energy lets you do like a free sample pack where you can choose 3 different flavors, have it shipped to you for free. I think you have to pay shipping on that too, but it's like you just have to pay shipping, which usually is a couple bucks. Not really goal worthy, you know? Gonna go feral for that merch raffle. Cat really wants some merch. Get you one of those viewers who donates like 10K a month? Yes. Yeah, there's a couple people who have viewers like that where they have like 1 or 2 viewers that pay their rent. Like shit. But that's okay. It wouldn't matter so much to me if I had an income. But I don't. So it's rough. But I'm hoping to find a job sometime in the near future. Almost done with my degree. And then if I can get a job, then I won't have to worry about money anymore. Then it won't be so much of an issue. But I've also wanted to do a subathon because everyone else has, so many people have done one, especially in the VTuber space, and I have never gotten to do a single one. I've been on here for over 2 years. So I was like, I'm gonna do the fun thing. It's really kind of more of an excuse to have an event than it is. I wanted to have a fun event, you know? I'm gonna have fun with it regardless of what dono goals we hit because, like I said, I wanted to have a fun event. And so far, I'm having a blast with it. You would love a Steam gift card, right? I specifically thought of people like you, Jax, who could really use the Steam gift card. I was like, Jax is always complaining they can't buy any games. So they would totally Totally like the Steam gift card. And you can buy whatever game you wanted on Steam. Well, within reason. Some games are very expensive. But, you know, I'm sure most of the games on your list, knowing you, Jax, aren't very expensive $80 games. You don't want like Destiny 2 with all the DLC. Well, I'm glad you're here, Kat. That's what I'm glad about. I'm glad that you are contributing your time. You already have Destiny 2, but you don't have all the DLC. And Destiny 2, the way it works is you have to have all the DLC to play the new content. You're a professional lurker? I love it. I love it. Because I also have Destiny 2, but I don't have the new DLC, so I couldn't. I have none of the new stuff. I have the game from the original launch, which means I would have to buy 3 different expansion packs to be able to play all the current content. Which would add up to more than the actual game itself. Because that's how Destiny works. Ding. Ding, fries are done. Yeah, I'm going to continue with this. Washing with power. Ooh, do 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 do. Do 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 do. Boop. Hmm. Washing with power. You ever just washed with power? Hmm. 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 Dude, the subway's insane. Thing is so big, we're not finishing the whole thing before we switch to demos. That's not happening. It's gonna take way too long. But we'll get more done, and then we'll switch to the game demos and indie games off itch.io. It'll be like a little mini demo day. We'll try and find some spoopy games that people have made and try to get spooked with spoopy game. Spoopiousness, which is probably going to be... It's going to be kind of rough from me because people randomly come in and drop a sub and it jump scares me every time. And then we're going to be playing a scary game on top of that. And it's going to scare the shit out of me. I'm going to have the absolute shit scared out of me by people subbing. Because I'm playing Power Washer Sim and Skulls came in here and subbed and it scared the crap out of me. Boom. Boom. Yeah, and if I remember right, $80 CAD is probably 60 bucks USD, isn't it? Isn't it? Hold on. I have to look. I forgot what the exchange rate is. It is. Yeah, it's 60, give or take 80 cents. Yep. Which is about right cuz your average AAA game for us is 60 bucks. So you guys it's probably 80. Cuz they usually try and price them around the same regionally, but just in the local currency. Because if they don't do that, what happens is people will buy the other versions of the game instead of the legitimate versions for their region. Happens a lot with Russian games and stuff like that, because it's one of the few times they'll actually change the price of a game for a different region. So to make that not a thing, and to recoup their investment, they usually keep it about the same regardless. Yeah, I can only imagine. There's some games on Steam that are like $100 USD. Which would just be so much. So much in CAD. I like that we live in a world where I can just Google that information and immediately get the current exchange rate between the two currencies so that I know. You just type it into Google, what currency to what currency, how much amount, and it will just give you the result immediately in the results. I like how you think it's a game making program. You're like, I think it's a game making program. I'm fairly certain. You're not 100% sure. You haven't looked at it in a while? It's called Pixel Game Maker MV. It has to be a game making engine. If it's not, it's a lie. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Doop. Boop. Boop. with some of the titles, you're not so sure anymore. Are they lying to people? Is that what they're doing? Are they being jerkwads? Is that what's happening? Kind of pull a fast one on us. Bing. You don't know anything about them. Jax, I'm surprised you haven't looked up their entire history. Found every team member and researched every team member. Figured out whether or not they have an office cat and what its name is. And whether or not it's Mr. Snuffles. Because if you have an office cat, at least one of them needs to be named Mr. Snuffles, okay? If it's not, missed opportunity. Listen, Mr. Snuffles is the best office cat. Went down there and demanded a free copy, exactly. How dare you charge for your video game / game maker? Give me a free one, I deserve it. Become a Karen. Ding. How's your Karening, Jax? How good are you at being a Karen? Oops. You have pretty bad social anxiety? Doesn't make for a good Karen. Karens usually don't have social anxiety. It's hard to have social anxiety and scream and yell at people. In public. Well, maybe with some practice, you too can be a full-fledged Karen. It's a goal. Well, you're just not Karening hard enough. Clearly, you need to Karen harder. Dude, the subway is so... There's just so much to it, you know? There's just so much to it. Do you think, Jax, do you think there'd be a reason, like a way, that you would go full Karen on somebody? Or is that just not even within the realm of possibilities? Oops, there we go. Not even in the realm of possibilities. I see. I see. Fair enough. Social anxiety do be real though, you know? That is fair enough. Do 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 do. I'm also doing Copacabana right now for some reason. I have no idea why. It was Indiana Jones earlier. There's just random songs pop into my head while playing Power Washer Sim, and I just kind of hum them or sing or just do them, you know. A little bit of do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Yes. If I actually ever had my ringer on, I would set that as my ringer. I would have the Kim Possible ringtone. Absolutely. Kim Possible was my jam, dog. To this day, I ask people, what's this bitch? Unironically. You've never watched Jax, what? How dare you? How dare you? How dare? I'm offended. Why not? Did they not air it on television in Canada? They not have Disney Channel in Canada? It's on Disney. Yeah, it was on Disney. You watched Recess? Recess was good. You didn't watch Kim Possible? Jax. How dare? You couldn't turn on Disney Channel at the time I'm talking about and not see it. It was airing all the time. I'm guessing you either didn't watch it during the same time, or maybe you just had a different schedule. Different schedule or something. Because there was a time you couldn't turn on the Disney Channel without eventually running into Kim Possible. How do you get up here? Kim Possible's favorite show? Exactly, Cat! Yes. Yes. Fellow Kim Possible fans. Dude, I loved... That was one of my... That's still one of my favorite shows. And one of my favorite characters. You dressed as Kim for Halloween? Hell yeah. You rarely turned it on. It was like one of the only good things to watch on TV when I was younger. Was Disney Channel. Like that or Nickelodeon. And the problem with Nickelodeon was their content started to, well, I don't know if it started to or if it just always skewed younger. Whereas Disney Channel had a lot of content made for teens, uh, which was pretty good. Plus, I always loved animated shows, and they had a ton of those. Boop. There we go. And you would immediately flip to YTV or Teletoon. I don't even know what those are. Must be Canadian things. You wouldn't say Cartoon Network was... Cartoon Network was hit and miss. Sometimes it had some good stuff, and sometimes it didn't. I did watch a fair amount of it, but at different times in my life. So, when I was a teenager, I primarily watched Disney Channel and Sci-Fi Channel. When I was younger, I watched a lot more Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon. But as I got older, my tastes changed. They also started airing cartoons that I considered dumb on Cartoon Network. They weren't for me. The humor wasn't, I didn't find the humor funny. I didn't like the content. It just wasn't for me. So that left me with Sci-Fi for the edgy teen sci-fi content, and then Disney Channel for the rest. Because I really wasn't interested in anything else that was on TV. Sometimes History Channel, depending on what was on. Ah, I see. I kind of assumed one of them was based on like more Nickelodeon style content, the other was probably based on more Cartoon Network style content. Just Canada version. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, exactly. The only uh the only TV channel that I had that ran anime was the Sci-Fi Channel. I think. Hold on, wait a minute. There may have been one more. What did Toonami air on? Was it Cartoon Network? Late night on Cartoon Network. Yeah. I watched Toonami uh on Cartoon Network, but that came on at night. So you had to watch at night. It wasn't an option during the day. But Toonami was dope. Toonami aired all the classics. Like Rurouni Kenshin, Cowboy Bebop, Neon Genesis Evangelion, you know, all the classics were on Toonami. It was dope. Yeah, it was a nighttime thing though. So during the day my options were limited. But man, when it was on and if I could, and you know, I wasn't like my parents weren't making me do something else. I didn't have anytime I could, I watched Toonami. They had all of it, man. They had Yu Yu Hakusho. They had anything you can name. Inuyasha. Zoids. Gundam. Pretty much every classic anime anyone would like would say that they loved as a kid, that was on Toonami. And it was cool because it was like presented by this little animated avatar dude with a cool voice. Yeah. Inuyasha. I never really got into that one myself, but I know there were a lot of people who were a big fan of it. I was never really into it. But I know there were a lot of people that were. I never really watched it beyond a couple of episodes here and there. Yeah, there were a lot of people like that. A lot of people considered that one of their favorite childhood animes. Um, I much preferred something more like Rurouni Kenshin. Or or Yu Yu Hakusho. Mm-hmm. I need to go back and rewatch Yu Yu, because I haven't seen that since it aired on TV. I've gone back and watched a lot of them, but not that one. Go back and watch it. I don't remember if I ever even finished it, because at the time you had to catch any episodes you missed in as they rotated through the TV schedule. I don't think I ever actually did that. It was tough to catch up on anime back before the internet was like a viable way of downloading stuff. But now I should go that you could probably stream it. Probably just go stream it. Probably got it on Crunchyroll, in fact. Huh. You have no idea what Rurouni Kenshin is? Don't tell me you have no idea what Rurouni Kenshin is. It aired around the same time as all of those. And it was immensely popular. You've gotta know. It follows the Batosai, Kenshin, the Manslayer. He uses the reverse blade sword. He's so incredibly deadly with a sword that he uses one where the blade is on the wrong side. And he gets laughed at for it. But he also never loses a fight. Look, Blade, we didn't get all the anime you guys did. I'm so sorry, Jax. Toonami was how I got a lot of it, because Toonami was dope. Like I said, they had everything. They, at one point or another, aired every anime most people can name. I mean, any of the ones that were, like, mainstream popular. They had it all, man. How I watched a lot of it back before I could consume it online. Even got the Digimons, man. Digimon, digital mon. Now I want to go to CC's for some reason. For some odd reason, I just had a sudden urge to go to CC's Pizza. Crunchyroll does indeed have... Ah, I see. If you've never seen Rurouni Kenshin, I highly recommend it. It is a classic. If I remember right, there's like around 200 episodes. So there's more than a few, but less than a ton. It's not like One Piece level. You can binge watch it and finish it. But it was popular enough to get 200 episodes. Boop, boop, boop. I have the Impossible theme song stuck in my head. It has, oh, it's on Crunchyroll as well and has a 4.8 out of 5. Because it is very good. There's 95. It said this says 95 episodes. Is that all the seasons? Hold. Trying to figure out where I got 200 from, because I seem to really vividly recall the number 200. That's one of the ones I think I have downloaded. So I'm going to check real quick. Because it was one of my favorite animes. Huh. 95. Okay. Even easier to binge watch. I don't know where I got 200 from. Thinking of a different anime. But it's more than the 30 or the 20 or 30 that a lot of the classic ones got. A lot of the ones that people really enjoyed only got like 25 to 30 episodes. But that one got 95. Stuff. Yeah, according to the Wikipedia page, it only had 95. And according to my complete downloaded dual audio copy, it only has 95. So I was just wrong on 200. I think I felt that way because the last arc of the anime kind of dragged on a bit for me. I felt like they were, I don't know, it was like it wasn't as good as the first 3/4 of the anime. I feel like they tried to drag it on too long. It wasn't to say it was bad. It just wasn't as good as the original stuff. But the whole series on Crunchyroll gets a 4.8 out of 5, so it's definitely worth a watch if you've never seen it. Yes, Jax. Yep. And it happens a lot to me, particularly, which is why I usually double check anything I say like that. Because I vividly recall, and I'm not sure where the memory comes from. 200 episodes. Hmm. Oh well. That's why we double check. Do do do. Do 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 do. Here we go. Once we do this, we're gonna switch to demos. I'm gonna leak. I'm gonna grab another drink, and we're gonna switch to demos. Because I'm zoning out entirely too much on this. And it's just, we've done so much of it already. We've gotten like almost half of the entire subway done. We've gotten what I feel will be the worst parts out of the way. The next should just be the walls and the tracks, which shouldn't be too bad. But then again, Jack said the tracks were a pain in the ass. I'm kind of worried about that. Okay. Because we'll deal with that next time. They were to you? Yeah. And they might be to me. We're just going to deal with that next time, and we'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z. Thing? Okay. Okay, so the entire center of this subway is now cleaned. All that is left is the tracks and the walls and the ceiling for that. And that should be it. So next time should be a lot of straightforward cleaning. So for now, we are going to quit. Going to quit this. We're going to go quit. And then we're going to load up Itch.io, which requires a little bit of finagling. Because if you guys remember right, I have to capture Itch.io and the game separately. So, for right now, I already have a couple downloaded that I was planning for demo day that we're going to do now. But first, I'm going to go get something to drink. I'm going to leak, and I will be right back. Okay? Brr. Okay, and I'm back. Welcome back, me. Scarlett, you scared me, and I wasn't prepared for that. I was gonna do a joke and everything, and then I was just hit in the face with a dog toy. Welcome back. We are gonna get into the demos. We're gonna have the demos. Is this lagging? Not really. Okay. So yeah, we're gonna get into the demos. And if you don't know, the demos are basically dope as hell. They're random games on Itch.io. And what Itch.io is a platform that lets anyone upload a game. So a lot of times they're indie titles or they're works in progress, school projects, demos for a game that's coming out, you know, that kind of thing. And they can be fun and campy. They can also be broken and not work. So it's just kind of a mixed bag, which is why I usually only play the higher rated ones. Because by the time they're on trending, they work usually, at the very least. And that's all I really look for, is whether or not it physically works. And then we have fun with whatever it is. And we've got a couple here. We're going to start with Timber Lodge Inn. Let's pull this up. So what this is on your way to Firemore. Oh, I need to update. Hold on. Updated my stream information like an actual streamer. Okay. It says on your way to Firemore, you start feeling exhausted and a little dizzy. You decide that you have to stop at the nearest motel to take some rest. Though what seemed as a quiet night at first quickly makes a turn to a hellish nightmare while you discover the unsettling and unnerving secrets of the town's past. So a lot of these are made by people for whom English is not their first language. So there's like a lot of bad grammar and bad translations and stuff. So we just kind of roll with it. The games can be fun. So this one is specifically made in like a PS1 graphics? Yeah, I think it's made in like a PlayStation 1 graphics style. Because that's not good enough to be 2. And that looks like a case that all the discs used to come back in the day. I had a PlayStation 1. Still do somewhere. I don't know where it is. I don't even know if it works, honestly. I don't even know if it works. Okay. Let me just do a little bit of letting folks know on Twitter. What is kind of sus? Oh, okay, we're going to be like, all right, I'm just gonna tweet so that the folks on Twitter know that we're moving on, so they don't think we're still playing Power Washer. All right, let's try and launch this game. It says WAS to move, mouse to look, E to interact, and F for flashlight. That should really be all we need. Although, the game is probably going to start at 1000% volume. Good thing you guys have a limiter. I don't, but you do, because I put one in for you guys. Strawberry! You only have the PS2, but it plays PS1 games? Hell yeah, Strawberry. My parents got me. Yeah. That's why I preemptively opened the Windows volume mixer. My parents got me the PlayStation 1 when it came out. By the time the PlayStation 2 came out, I already had a Nintendo 64, so they wouldn't buy me yet another console. And then after that, I got an original Xbox. So it was like I had 3 consoles. Then I bought the 360 myself because I was old enough. And then I had 3 of those because 2 of them died. Oh God. Hold on. Wait. Stop game. Hold up. Oh, we switched games. Yeah, we're doing spooky demos now. We're doing spoopy stuff. Are you prepared to get spooked? It's not, the aspect ratio is not right. Give me the update. We are at the update is we're at 18 subs, and we are moving on to demos. So if you probably don't know, Kat, because you're kind of a new viewer, at least once a month, and I haven't done it this month, I like to do one day where we go through Itch.io and we play the spooky indie games / demos, kind of like Markiplier does with his 3 scary games. We play a lot of the same games because I'll play the ones that are trending, and then Mark will upload his video later playing the same games. So I don't even usually watch them because I've already played the same game. But yeah, I find it fun. The community finds it fun. There've been a couple of people who told me they love Demo Day. So yeah, it's just a tradition on the channel. And I'm hoping I can fix the aspect ratio.